In this video, we are going to go over how to make updates to your website. The websites are made up primarily of nodes, blocks, and views. So sometimes when you go to make an update, it can get a little tricky on where that update needs to be made. So we are using the Dental Board's website. We pulled this down into a multi-dev. That way any changes I make are not reflected on the live site. And it's set up just about like every other website is. There's a main menu up across the top. They have a slideshow here. Some might have a banner. These are all blocks. And that's how the homepage is set up. So if we take a look at their About page, so on their About page, this needs to be updated. We can click on Edit. And when we click on Edit, we'll notice we have the title and there's nothing in the body. So what this is going to tell you is that everything's done through the layout. So we'll click on Layout, and in the layout we can see this is where all the content is. So we know that this is actually in a block. We'll click on the pencil, click on Configure, and here we can make the updates to the language. Click Update, it updates the block, and then we'll click Save Layout. If you don't want to save your changes, you can click Discard Changes, Confirm, and no changes are made. So this is one thing we can look at when we're looking at the actual nodes. So we'll look at their leadership. So if we look at the leadership page, we click Edit. So under Edit and Leadership, we'll notice that there is nothing in the body field. So we'll go back, click on Layout, and we have the block here. So if we notice when we hover up over this block, we'll get the dotted line around it and the board members. So if we click Configure here, we just get this configure block. All right. What this should tell you now is that this is a view. So each one of these board members is its own piece of content. And this goes all the way down through the staff members. This is all just individual pieces of content. And what the view is doing is grabbing all that content, putting together on one page. So if we wanted to edit Nick Goodman here, maybe his title changed, easiest way to find him. Let's discard these changes. Is to come to your menu on your left, click on Content. We're just going to click the Content icon. And this will bring up all the individual nodes on the website, and we can search for Nick. Here's Nick Goodman, content types leadership. Go ahead and click Edit. And we can make the changes that we want. So we'll just add to his job title, click Save. And we'll navigate back to the leadership page. And it updates. So that's how all this content would go. Looking at the FAQ page, this is going to be a block. This is a custom block here for the accordion. Same thing, all the way down. And if we look at the layout, you can see these are all accordions. So looking at the news page, this will be a view. And each one of these here should be their own individual node. So if we click Edit, and it pulls up the actual node, and these edits can be made. So again, we'll check. Most of the site can be edited by just going to the page and clicking either Edit or Layout. But sometimes, it's just trying to figure out what it is. So the meeting page, I already know that this is a view. The view is going to take anything underneath the content type of meeting, put it together in a block, and this block is inserted on the page. So the titles here are each individual node. So there's no ability to edit here. But if we wanted to, we can click on content, search for meeting, and we'll find everything with the meeting in here. And we can find that meeting that needs to be edited. So I wouldn't overlook the ability to come over to content, click on it, and search for the title of that node. You can also filter. So whatever content types you have on your website, you can filter that, the publishing status. So if we filter by just the meeting, we'll see all the content types for meeting. And if we need the title, we can filter down by that also. So we're in the content. We're going to go back to Nick here, Nick Goodman. Click on edit. So we can go ahead and just edit this page. And the other thing we're going to look right here is revisions. So all the nodes have this ability. You can click on revision, and you can see all the revisions made since this content was created. So if we click on the date, we can see what it was changed to on that date. So I'll go back another date. So we know at one point there was no image. It used the default leadership image. On this date, the image was added. And then today I had added on to his job title. And if we wanted to, we could revert. Just click on revert here. It's going to ask if you're sure you want to revert. And it will revert back to the changes. And it adds this log here. And this will be for every node on the website. So we'll look at the About page. We'll click Edit. And we can view what the page looked like at that time. So if I wanted to match these up, let's say I'll take these two revisions, right click, open up in new Windows. I can look at them side by side. Or maybe you know that there was a change made and you just want to revert back to the way you want it. So that's how you can tell if you need to edit a block or the body text in the node. And this is a way to tell if your content's in a view. And if it is, you can go back to the content, find that node, make the edit there, updates the view.